Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TC Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over just some gameplay video of the new Katsu list that I have with some of the new outsider cards. At the time of making this, the cards I did not have in the list, which you can get in the description down below, were the Twin Twisters combo lines, the 1-for-4 go again that's searchable. It's a combo piece. And then the one that can banish cards off combo. I didn't have those. I didn't have a 3 of the first one, as well as a 1 of the second one. So I didn't have that. I have Pounding Gale and Salt Wound and stuff like that in place. But I did have Bonds of Ancestry in this, Be Like Water, Descendant Gust Wave, Dishonor. So this will kind of give you an idea, at least some of the gameplay. And I'll be doing more gameplay as this week goes on. They update Talishar and things of that nature to give you some really cool gameplay lines. I have 2 gameplays, one I'm gonna do in this video and one in the next video, that kind of show you what the power of Katsu can do, A, against aggro decks that don't want to block, and B, against decks that maybe are trying to like cheat and block at Xaxes with some of the new combo lines, specifically with Breeze Rider Boots. So this first game, this turn specifically isn't like the turn for Breeze Rider Boots, just kind of showing you, although it does happen like turn 2. So this first turn, they go first, and sorry if the quality is not 100%. This is for my stream, but they start off with a Kodachi here, pitching Assault the Wound, so I know like they're not going to be able to do too much. My goal here is just to filter my hand with something that I may want instead. The main thing I probably am going to have to block with, I know, is McGinty, because it does like do the least for me, as far as like, you know, hands is concerned. Like leg tap's nice, the blue is nice, and then being able to discard a 0 cost like Flusterfist to go get like Rise and Neathras is really nice. So I'm trying to keep that if I can. At the very least, I'm trying to keep leg tap. If I block with everything in my hand, I'm trying to keep leg tap. So they come at me Mounting Anger. My goal here is to mitigate damage. So I go ahead and block with 2 card and Breeze Rider Boost to prevent the on hit. I could have like honestly kind of taking a chance and seeing what was in their hand and not blocked with Breeze Rider Boots, but you know, we were vibing in the stream, so it wasn't too crazy. And then they come in with the Lava Burst. I would want to just block with the blue and take 3 damage, but overall, like, I'm trying not to be greedy, so I come up with a new turn. So this is the turn that it happens, literally my turn 1. So the Fi, spoiler alert, doesn't want to block here. I don't know why the Fi didn't block, but they didn't really block. And this kind of shows you the power of this deck, even with crappy hands, when it comes to having Breeze Rider Boots. So as you can see in my hand, I have a Dishonor, a McGinty, and a Bonds of Ancestry. Really shit hand, right? Like there's no go again. There's no like, I have the second half of the combo line. I don't even have Whelming Gust Wave, all this type of things, right? So this will kind of show you what we can do with Breeze Rider Boots to kind of make the most of what we're going to do. So I'm going to Kodachi McGinty here and show them a 4-power McGinty to try to force out like equipment block. And if they don't, like in a game where there's a lot on the line, I might not do this turn 1. But in the stream, I was just having fun and doing what I wanted, so I did do it. So once I saw that they weren't going to block this, I was like, okay, what can I do here? So if they don't block this, I can discard Dishonor, right? Which will put a Dishonor in my graveyard. Go get a Whelming Gust Wave. Pop Breeze Rider Boots. Play Whelming Gust Wave. Them for 3, right? And it's going to trigger Mask right here when the McGinty hits. I can play Whelming Gust Wave into Bonds of Ancestry. It's additional 7 damage. And when Bonds of Ancestry is played, I can then go banish the Dishonor that I just discarded to go get Whelming Gust Wave and play Dishonor out. So I can have a lot of fun with this line. So that's what I end up doing here. They end up not blocking, and I'm like, okay, well, we're just going to have some fun then. So we end up... so over here, I'm like thinking through the line. Like the line I just explained to you, I'm thinking about in stream while we're doing it. So as you can see, I'm seeing what's in my banish. Other than Dishonor, like what can I go get? Maybe something else. End up letting this hit. Mask triggers. Normally, I would trigger Mask before Breeze Rider Boots, but Talishar, for some reason, has not been letting me switch that for some crazy reason, even when I hit the little clickers. So I trigger my Mask, and I actually can keep Dishonor here. I pop Breeze Rider Boots. I should get rid of Winds of Eternity here. Go get a Whelming Gust Wave. And honestly, here with no resources floating, if I would have had a resource floating, I would have went and got Descendant Gust Wave, but I couldn't pay for it, so I had to go get Whelming Gust Wave. But we end up going to get Whelming Gust Wave, playing it for 3 go again. Then we play Bonds of Ancestry for 4 go again. Discarding we didn't discard Dishonor. Discarding the Flush of Fist that we got rid of in the first turn. Going to get a Flush of Fist. Then we play out Dishonor for 4 go again. Then we play out Flush of Fist for 4 go again. So all that to say, we took, and I'll play out the turn, then we'll kind of go over. So play Dishonor for 4 go again. It doesn't have like the full ability, but it does have the +2 from Bonds of Ancestry. And then we play out Flush of Fist here. So as you can see, with a hand that was 2 Dishonors, a Maginshi Release, and a Bonds of Ancestry, no natural go again, no nothing, they decided they didn't want to block, right? We were able to deal Kodachi. Kodachi is 2, then Maginshi makes 4 for 6. Then we played out Whelming, makes 9. Then Bonds goes to 13. Dishonor goes to 17. And Flush of Fist makes it 21 damage. So if they don't want to block, we still can produce a 21 damage turn with 2 blues and 2 non-go-again combo cards. Kind of gives you an idea what you can do. Now with Snapdragon Scalers, let's see, like, can you do the same line? Kodachi, Maginshi. You would have to snap Maginshi. You then could... The only thing you could, though, do because of it is go get Lord of Wind, because if you're snapping Maginshi on that mass trigger, you can't play out Whelming Gust Wave, because then Whelming Gust Wave is not going to have go again. The only thing you could play is Lord of Wind. So with Snapdragon Scalers, that line I just did is not possible. But with Breeze Rider Boots, it is. So we already have them down to 19 damage. The reason that they didn't block here, as you can see here in a second, is they play a Kodachi, and then they end up playing even bigger than that. As you can see, our hand, again, still isn't the best, to be honest. They end up playing even bigger than that here. I think they end up drawing into actually a pretty decent hand here. They just keep going. They end up playing a Command Conquer for 6 go again, which really for us is just cold damage, so we're going to take it. Like, it doesn't pose an on-hit, and it would take too much to block. Then they try to push damage by doing E-Strike 5, draw a card. My thought process is here is just let them hit. I mean, I'm going to give up 2 cards to stop their mass trigger, and they would Arsenal pass, but then I come back with, like, little to no damage. Looking back on it, I should have done the safe play and blocked. Oh, I did block. Okay, never mind. So what do they end up doing here? They end up arsenally passing here. And so here, not the amazing line, but it is pretty nice. I can Kodachi, and then play the new blue, which allows me to threaten 4 damage if they don't block it, which is exactly what I do. They block the second Kodachi with their Flame Scale Furnace, which means this is going to come in for 2. If it hits, it'll deal additional damage, so it'll come in for 3, which isn't too bad. They end up taking it, which puts them down to 15. So now I'm up 17 life, but they do have a 5-card hand. So my hand's pretty good on this next turn, so I don't think I'll block much here. They play Mountain Anger. I end up taking it. Or did I end up blocking that? I thought I took it. Wow, I did different stuff. I played a lot safer than I thought I would play on stream. That's actually hilarious. Kodachi, and as you can see here, my life total is good enough now to where I can really force the issue here. I can basically say, like, hey, can you get to 0 before I do? I'm 17 life ahead of you. Even if they do a 15 damage turn here, like, it's still an even game. And I'm threatening surging into Whelming next turn. So I end up taking this because the most I know they're going to do is hit me with a flame. Maybe they hit me with a lava burst, but even if they do that, I mean, I'm still at 20 life and they're at 15. And maybe they get one more attack like a brand with Cinder Claw or something like that. They were taking a long time. So they get lucky here and they draw into a take the tempo, which honestly really sucks for me. Here I should have blocked. I didn't block because I was getting cocky. I should have blocked right here because they're going to draw an additional card again off of this. Which, here's the weird thing. They banished a brand with Cinder Claw, and they end up holding it for their next turn instead of playing it out here, which is really interesting. Because I would have definitely played it here. I've already not blocked. Like, why would you not, do that? So they end up setting up for a 6-card hand next turn instead of continuing to push damage. So now I'm up 5 life, and I can threaten the whelming line, which is really nice. I can play Surging off Heart and Cross Trap. No matter what, I can Ancestral this Surging. If they don't block it, which they did, if they wouldn't have blocked it, then I would have held the Ancestral for Whelming Gust Wave. I'm messing with something on the stream, so it's taking me forever here. Okay. What I should have done here, let's see if I did it, is discard the blue for Whelming Gust Wave. But I don't think I did. Oh, I did. Okay, good. For Whelming Gust Wave. Now I'm threatening basically a 5 damage Whelming Gust Wave because of breaking skills. So they're going to... I end up drawing into a Winds of Eternity, which really isn't that good for me. Like, honestly, I'd much rather draw into like something that's not forces me to play this head jab out, but it's all good. I am going to force another card from hand here if they choose not to block. And at this point, I have enough of a life lead to where they just quit, which was weird. Because if they block here, I guess I Arsenal pass and they don't have much of a turn, then I come back. So they ended up quitting the game there. So it sucks the ending. But the whole point of this video is to just kind of give you an idea, if we want to back up here for 2 seconds, on what that one line can do. So this line, right, like you can't do this with Snapdragon Scalers. Like this whole turn started with 2 blues, a Bonds of Ancestry, and a Whelming and a McGinty. This is the hand. In a Snaps build, this hand is nothing more than Kodachi, McGinty, Arsenal your Bonds of Ancestry, and call it a day. That's it. Unless it's late game and you can go get Lord of Wind maybe if McGinty hits. And you can cycle some stuff back into your deck. But overall, like this is truly in a Snapdragon Scalers build, a dead hand. But in a Breeze Rider Boots build, it's not a dead hand. Now, obviously, they could have blocked with Flame Scale here and 1 card from hand. But against an aggro deck, they don't want to do that. Right? You're not presenting Go Again. You can't give it Go Again other than Breeze Rider Boots. And honestly, like it's early game, so McGinty's not that threatening. People aren't used, like before Bonds of Ancestry and Dishonor came out, right? If I'm running Breeze Rider Boots here, the best I can do, right, is if it hits, is go get, like, I don't know, a Lord of Wind, pop Breeze Rider Boots, play Lord of Wind for 2, Go Again, and then maybe play out like 2 or 3 more, like 6, 7 more damage, right? Not at this point, 16 more damage is what's coming their way, right? Like, so that's something that players who play against this deck are going to have to think about because before, like, you just didn't have the options that you do now. Bonds of Ancestry literally basically lets you go into a loop, right? Like, you can go Whelming to Bonds to Whelming to Bonds depending on how your hand is, and it's pretty nutty. You also can weave between the Gust Wave lines. You can play, like, Whelming to Bonds to Descendant to Bonds again. Like, you can do a bunch of different stuff with it. It's really useful. Or Descendant, it would be Descendant to Bonds to Whelming to Bonds, right? Definitely a bunch of different stuff you can do. But let me know what you think about this. This is just kind of a fun thing to kind of show y'all when it comes to like a gameplay review of what Breeze Rider Boots can do in a Katsu build. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe down below. Join Discord if you want. Join the Patreon if you want. Really cool benefits there. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TC Talk. Thank y'all so much. Have a good day.